And we now have our last quarterfinal match of the Origin Cup. My name is Noel Zaratet. Ang maglalaban po para sa huling slot sa semifinals, Baseth Mocaibat and of course Antonio Nicoy Lining. Unahin muna kita, Baseth. Alam naman natin si Nicoy, iniidolo na lahat. Kasama ka na rin doon. So anong masasabi mo sa paglaban mo rito sa isang legend natin?
Siyempre masaya dahil challenge para sa akin 'to eh. Na kung sakaling matatalo ko sa ano, experience ko na rin.
Oh, may balak kang talunin dito, Nicoy. Siyempre, ano naman natin tournament to? Ano naman ang mensahe mo dito kay Baseth?
Marami na rin kaming laban nito si Basset. Balikatan lang naman. Siguro sino na lang ang bigyan ng magandang role ng bola. Yun na lang ang mananalo siguro.
And speaking of balikatan, puro heel-heel nga po naging storya natin dito sa quarterfinals. Will it change? It is our last quarterfinal matchup here in the Origin Cup. Baseth Mocaibat taking on Antonio Nicoy Lining. Quarterfinal match number 4 in the Origin Cup featuring Antonio Lining versus Baseth Mocaibat. And back with us here at the Origin Cup, this is the last quarterfinal, the last bus to the semifinals. And it will feature one of the living legends of Philippine pool, Antonio Lining, going up against one of the up-and-coming stars in the Philippines, actually, Baseth Mocaibat. Noel Zaratet is still alongside AJ Ong. And this is a battle of two people who actually like to be very deliberate about the way they go about the table.
Yeah, yun na nga. So, talagang ingat sa ingat ang labanan dito.
Our referee, Jadard Orque, making sure that the balls are racked properly. The winner of this matchup will take on Jericho Banyares in the semifinal. And we do have our first semifinal coming up after this. It will feature Dennis Orculio versus Jundel Mazon. Two veterans, and here in this case, an up-and-coming star against one of the persons who has actually done a great deal of good for the sport of billiards in the country. Put the Philippines on the map. We're talking about Antonio Lining.
Yes. Antonio Lining. Isa sa mga picks mo to, no?
Yeah. One of my last men standing. You only have one guy left.
One guy left. Dennis Orculio.
Yeah. So Nicoy, the 56-year-old, yeah, 57-year-old actually, taking on the 32-year-old from Lanao del Sur in the Philippines. And you are right, it's a dry break. Not only is it a dry break, it is a navigatable table, if there's such a word.
Yeah, but it's he's straight on the one. So then needs to pop this cue ball out.
They call this dude the kingpin. Yeah, he has a small landing spot, and he looks like he found it.
He may have hooked himself by the 9, but I think...
Yeah, he could thin this too, though.
Yeah. Not sure again with our top shot.
Yeah, there it looks like it looks like he's through here. It's just a matter now of preparing for the 3. Because the 9's going to be in the way, so he was able to navigate that, yeah. Yeah, this is a very open table now for Baseth Mocaibat. He made it here to the quarterfinals by defeating Jonas Magpantay 7-5 in one of the longest matches that we've had so far in this competition. Owing to the fact also, of course, that these two players in the round of 16, Jonas Magpantay and Basset himself, are very, very deliberate in their shots. You can't tell by the way the table's laid out right now, but Basset actually does take his time on his shots. Of course, this is in stark contrast to Jericho Banyares or Anton Raga. The moment they get to the table, it's just like bang, 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 right?
think he's playing a bit fast.
Yeah, he's
A
playing
bit.
fast right now because the layout says,
Except for this 6 ball.
yeah, he can still thin this 6 ball in. Just has to make sure he gets good position now on the 7.
Kills the
Yeah,
cue
yeah,
ball.
took
That's
something off.
perfect.
Yeah, took something off the cue ball there, so he's okay now. So this will be the first break of serve. Antonio Lining came to the table winning the lag, but could not make a ball on the break. And I was talking to Antonio Lining before we started this match. He said he noticed that the way Jaynard Orque racks the ball, the 10 ball usually goes in. It all depends on where you strike it.
Mm-hmm. Last ball for the point. For the first point.
In the first rack of this game.
First rack, rather.
Yeah, I'll be going to Baseth Mocaibat. Yeah, he's the dark horse in this competition right here. And I'm sure some of our fans are now starting to pull for Bassett, as he does get rack number 1.
Mga ka-Sharkanatics, kamusta kayo dyan?
Yeah, AJ's gotten some food in his system, so he's back. He's bounced back
A bit.
a bit.
Still halfway there, though.
Yeah, my food is staring at me right now, but it's too late.
Waiting to be eaten.
Yeah, it's too late.
Okay, so wala pang mga nagko-comment.
Yeah,
So
they're all
comment down
taking a
below.
break. Yeah, they're all taking a break with us.
I'm pretty sure it's merienda time.
Yeah,
no?
it is, yeah. It's a little past 4 p.m. here in the Philippines. So we hope that you are enjoying the final day. This is the final day, we kid you not, because right after this, we dive straight into the semifinals. And of course, after the semifinals,
The
played,
finals.
the finals already, and that's the only change here. It's going to
Mhm.
be a race to 9 in the finals, and there was talk outside that they might activate the shot clock for the finals.
Oh, that's
gonna-
interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a 45-second shot clock they're going to activate for the finals. And this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts. And this is going to be
Another dry break.
Yeah, unless that 6 finds the bottom. No, it does not.
Nope.
And the 1 does pass the 8. The cue ball has been kicked up table. Now, there are some issues here, though. The 2 and the
2.
7.
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah, that's the only one.
That's it.
Yeah.
So 1 to the 2 is what Antonio Lining is thinking about right now.
Yeah, they call this guy Nikoi. John McDonald calls him the silver lining. He's
Doesn't
not-
get there.
He's not going to see the 2. That's a misstep in preparation coming from the legend. I don't know if he's going to try to go behind the 7. Or can he see a part of this 2? It doesn't look like it from here. He might go behind the 7. I saw part of the 2. Since this cue ball down table, it's now going to be a north to south situation for Baseth Mocaibat, who does come from the southern part of the Philippines, in Mindanao Island, a province called Lanao del Sur.
He could probably hide the cue ball behind the 8. Or let's see if he could make this 2 ball. Or I think he's going to hide it behind the 7. Oops. Or behind the 3.
Yeah, he's... Well, that was a risky one, though, because the scratch was in play. Yeah, part of the 2 is seen. Probably... Yeah, this could be a makeable shot for Antonio Lining. 2 does pass the 8, so I'm not quite sure if there's going to be offense, but we're seeing right now an early safety battle. on a table that looks to be wide open. Whoever gets this 2 could probably run out the rack.
That's right.
And safety battle continues.
Yeah. Another containing shot from Antonio Lining, but this will be an easy,
That's going to hide behind
Yeah.
the 8 ball.
easy defensive shot behind the 8. But he's going the other way, I guess.
Oh, he's going to try to hide down here. Wow.
Yeah, behind the 5.
Yeah, Nikoy's going to... He's running out of space now to get to this 2 ball. Might have to jump now. Yeah, it looks like he's going for his jump cue. Now, this is a borderline jump distance because that 5 is kind of far away. Oh, didn't make the 2.
It's already past 2 a.m. in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
but,
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
June Ella still watching. Thank you very much.
So, Bassett will call the 2 ball on a back shot, but yeah, I don't think this is going to be an offensive shot. Let's see if he's going to actually take it on. He is trying to hide it behind the 10. That shows up, though. Leaning's going to call this on the left corner pocket, as you can see here. Again, it's interesting that these guys are in a safety battle on a wide open table. They're just using a lot of distance. Now, when we saw this matchup happening between Leaning and Mocaibat, we knew that was going to be a long, drawn-out affair.
Went for the offensive, but missed the 2.
And with that, looks like he's opened the table now.
Yeah, that's right. Opened the table for Baseth.
It's all about navigating this traffic now to get to the 3. Now, good job getting out of that, the gravity field of the 7. Yeah, that was the only challenging shot after the 2 was made. Next question is, where's the 9 going to go? Not quite sure if it passes the 10.
Four and 5 ball
Yeah, pretty much in the same
on
pocket.
the side.
Still a question of the 9 doesn't look like it passes the 10, although he can play the 9 into this to
Okay,
the
so
side.
he's playing the
Yeah, or the corner
5
rather.
ball in the corner.
Yeah, 5 ball corner, 6 ball down the side. That's going to clear the path now for the 9. So he should be okay. Yeah, Bassett just needs to draw this back, or even keep it right there so he can get an angle to get to the 8. Again, very deliberate. Baseth Mocaibat wants to make sure that everything is online. Took the
Yun.
9 out of there.
Tinabig na yung 9 dun.
Yeah, he does have the angle to get to the 8. The 9 does clear the 10, so Bassett manufacturing the run out from the 2. He's queuing over the 10. Takes a bit of percentage points out of this shot on the 7, but he should be okay. Perfect.
So we can just draw this cue ball for at the middle of the table, or you can go around using a top right.
He's going for his cue extension. This is only rack number 2, guys, so we could be in for the long haul.
Shout out to Rick Python again, Rick Python Ignacio. And also to Boss Edong Jokno, ang hari ng Baklaran.
Yeah, decides to go around now to get to the 9. Gotta come up short, but he's still okay.
Did he went two rails on the 8?
Went 3, actually.
3. Babasa kasi yung comments.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
going to
there
be
you
a
go.
2-0 lead now for Baseth Mocaibat. As, of course, we thank our sponsors.
Yes, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mud Cakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, and of course the Hadista and Liamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City. So we're now 2 racks for Baseth Mocaibat. Antonio Lining still looking for his first rack. So again, welcome to the day 3 of the Origin Cup. So this will be a race to 7 between Antonio Lining and Baseth Mocaibat. Okay, so this break shot is brought to you by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts. Cue ball almost went in. A dry break. This seems to be an open table for Antonio Lining. Got shot on the 1. Called a bank shot on the 1 and it makes it. But now the problem is the 2 ball. And I think the 2 ball does not pass the 9 and the 7. And I'm not sure. But I think by the way he's queuing it does. And it does. In perfect position for the 3. So there seems to be no problem in this layout for Antonio Lining. Sa mga nagtatanong ng grand prize, nako, wala po kaming idea kung magkano to. Shoutout na lang po sa inyo, mga nagpapa-shoutout. Si John Cole Lumakang Jr. And kay Brave Seal. Shoutout to Orculio. Rooting for Dennis Orculio. Brave Seal is watching from Louisiana. And it's 2:30 a.m. there. Good morning to you. Medyo dispabor ang posisyon sa 6. But he can just draw this one rail for the 7. Lands a bit funny there. So the problem is the 7 to the 8. Nice inside English. Landed perfectly on the 8. Shout out to you, Francis Magdaluyo, rooting for Baseth Mocaibat. And also to Nemesio Siervo. So may tanong ito si Nemesio Siervo. Tanong lang mga shark fanatic, sabi niya. Kailan mapapanood live sa TV at anong station?
No.
Dito lang po tayo.
Yeah, we're not doing TV at the moment, at least. That's what we've been told. So Nicoy Lining finally registers his first win of this race to 7. It's now 2-1 in favor of Baseth Mocaibat. Entering rack number 4. Yeah, we have to correct that graphic. It's actually 2-1 for Baseth Mocaibat, as Antonio Lining just took that last rack. So this will be rack number 4. And Antonio Lining to break. Trying to tie it up. There we corrected the graphic now, so it is the 57-year-old from Calapan, Oriental Mindoro. Another island in the Philippines. Of course, the Philippines with 7,100 islands. It's called an archipelago, actually, as the 5-ball goes down. But no clean shot on the 1 for Nicoy Lining. That's pretty unfortunate. He's going to have to call a push out here. Looks like the balls are arranged like a Christmas tree towards the end of the table. So Nicoy's going to push out, but to where? So he's just going to put the 10 ball in. No, just pop the 10 ball out. So he's showing the 1 ball. There's actually a straight path for the 1 ball. A little bit of space to try to make an offensive shot on it. You're going to call the 1 ball in the corner pocket.
Sabi ni Reynen Sevillano, imagine kung sa TV to, sawa sa ads.
That would be a possibility.
Oo. Pero for now, sa Facebook and YouTube tayo, mga
Yeah,
kaibigan.
yeah, and you're enjoying this quality tournament here. I mean, I think we're going to have more tournaments this year. Bugsy Promotion and Sharks have lined up a lot, but we're just letting the cat out of the bag slowly here. Ooh, Bassett missed everything. Or that Nikoi missed everything. Yeah, that was a push-out return by Baseth Mocaibat. That's our first unforced error of this match.
And we have an early prediction from Jojo Patok.
Mhm.
Prediction niya is Orculio versus Banyares sa finals.
That would be an interesting matchup.
Ganda yun. And from Mark James Del Rosario, hope we can arrange an exhibition game against Mosconi Cup champions against Philippines' best players.
You know,
Maganda rin yun.
we'll do one better than that. We have something in the works called the Mosconi Cup of Asia. Well, that's really called the Mosconi Cup of Asia, but it's going to be the Philippines versus Taiwan.
That's right.
That is in the works
Pero
right now.
interesting nga naman talaga yung mga Mosconi Cup players versus the Philippines.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Of course, with different on different disciplines: 9-ball, 10-ball, 8-ball, probably even Scotch doubles. You know, I think that's what I overheard a conversation. They want to do something to that effect. You know, a multi-discipline billiard event, including bank shot, one pocket. Yeah, the doubles event is going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, that's probably in the works, but I'm really excited if you get that Philippines versus Taiwan. If they get that Philippines versus Taiwan dream match, you know, 5 of the best from the Philippines versus 5 of the best from Taiwan. I'm talking about guys like Ko Pin Yi, Wu Cha Ching, Fong Pang Chow Fong Pang rather.
Sabi ni RJ Belarmino, Jundal is on fire, taking Biado and Raga consecutively.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the way we described him, and I told him this during the break, that in the commentary, he called you the man of destiny. And he was just shaking his head. Of course, he's a very modest guy, but deep down inside, he might actually might start believing that he can actually win this, and he can.
That's right. Ito sabi ni Reynen Sevillano, could be Mascorny Cup. Mascorny Cup daw.
Yeah. Well, Baseth Mocaibat, that's actually the fastest rack we've seen him clean up. He has now taken a 3-1 lead here against Antonio Lining in the last quarterfinal stage of the Origin Cup. We do have our semifinals matchups right after this. It'll feature Dennis Orculio taking on Jundal Mazon. That's our first semifinal. And of course, the winner of this matchup is going to go up against Jericho Banyares in the second semifinal. And we move straight into the finals today.
That's right.
And that'll be a race to 9. And of course, we do have some other events that we want to share with you. On January 23, we have
the
what
duel.
we call the duel. Ronnie Alcano and the very much alive Efren Bata Reyes will be taking on Francisco Janko Bustamante and Carlo Biado. That's going to be a Scotch doubles 10-ball event, race to 25. And we also have that bank shot contest. That's actually an eliminator that's started from the semifinals to a final.
Yeah, that'll be on February 6th.
Yeah. So Baseth Mocaibat has the cue ball kicked around.
Look at the 10 ball.
Look at the 3 ball. Nothing goes down. And looking at the layout here, probably the most challenging shot is just the 1 ball. Nikoi Lining is going to play some defense now. Yeah, Nikoi is actually the oldest competitor that we have in this tournament. Going to hide it behind the 2 ball. Look at the distance he created here. Yeah, Nikoi Lining at the age of 57 is 1 year older than Francisco Bustamante. Of course, our youngest competitor in this tournament was a 15-year-old by the name of Benok Regalario. who was eliminated by Ronnie Alcano in the round of 16.
Ito kailangan tamaan na ni Basset itong uno, kundi naka-line up itong 1-10
Yeah,
combination for Antonio
That's
Lining.
right. That's right. He might actually even take an intentional foul. But let's see what he does here. Yeah, that's like a perfect eclipse. He's going to call the 10. There's going to be a lot of left, a lot of right and top on this shot.
Trying to go 2 rails, perhaps.
Probably just one if he called the 10 into the side. There's
One
the
rail.
1. Double kisses on the
Okay.
1.
A good job
Yeah.
doing so.
Yeah, it's a jump shot, though.
Yeah.
And Nicoy knows it. He's going back to retrieve his jump cue.
And it offers a good position for the 2 afterwards.
Yeah. So Nicoy will take to the skies. Oh, but he couldn't clear the
yun lang.
5.
Nabatukan yung 5.
Yeah, that's going to be an unforced error now for Nicoy Lining.
And an open table.
Yeah, Bassett is having his way with the veteran. And actually, Bassett made it clear that one of the players he idolized growing up is actually the guy he's going up against right now. Yeah, this is cleanup country now. Baseth Mocaibat, if he gets his rack, he'll have a commanding 4-1 lead in this quarterfinal.
Four to the 5, no problem. Mukhang boss na talaga to para kay Baseth Mocaibat.
And he just has to get a good position now going to the 7 ball. Going for his extension.
Mukhang hindi sanay talaga sa mechanical bridge, no?
There's some people, especially the younger kids, they don't want to use that bridge
That's
anymore.
right. Oo. Kaya nauso itong extension.
In fact, I think it took the old school guys a while to get used to the jump cue.
That's right.
Because time was when you had to kick. In fact, the greatest of all time, Efren Bata-Reyes, never owned the jump cue.
Yan, yeah. Never saw him jumped.
Yeah, he never bought one. He never had one made. He always believed that he could work the rails to get to wherever it is he needed to go. I would think it would be guys like Django Bustamante and Antonio Lining who actually were the first to start using the jump cue, among the Filipinos at least.
Tsaka nagsimula na dun kina Jeff De Luna. Yun.
Oh, but those guys were really wielding the jump cue already. I mean, they were adept at it already. The transition guys,
Mahusay
yeah,
talaga.
the transition guys were like these guys: Nicoy Lining, Django Bustamante. Not quite sure if Rodolfo Luat uses a jump cue. To my recollection, he does not. But Efren, never.
Yeah, that's right.
voyage around the table.
And he's actually not an advocate of the jump cue.
Oh,
Talaga.
Efren?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Efren.
He
Kasi sabi niya,
takes the
it takes
beauty.
away the beauty of
Yeah.
the kicks and safety battle talaga ng bilyar.
And there it is. Baseth Mocaibat now taking a commanding 4-1 lead
That's right.
against the veteran Antonio Nicoy Lining.
And of course, we would like to thank Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw ang Lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air, sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, All About the Process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Liamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Philippines.
Jaynard Orke, of course, our referee. He's also a participant in the Sharks 9-ball showdown, which happens nightly, 9 p.m. Philippine time. If you want to check out our amateurs playing a ring game, a race to 9 ring game, we got 10 of them, and whoever makes it to 9 first gets to win the night. Well, that's pretty entertaining as well. We do have some characters also, including my partner over here, AJ Ong, known as the Chick Boy.
What?
One of my favorite characters.
Dapat palitan na talaga yung pangalan yan.
One of my favorite characters in the Sharks 9-ball showdown is a guy by the name of Captain Allright.
Captain Allright. Laging nag-all-right.
Everything's all right to him. And another one. It could
Another
be a
dry
break.
break.
Yeah.
Oof. And the 3-ball got in the way of the 1.
Yeah, that gives Nicoy Lining a break here to get to the table. He'll have a push out.
Yeah, kung wala lang yung 3, look at the 2-10 combination right there.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to push out here.
Question is where?
Yeah, the 210 is so on. Of course, going all the way down table now. He might actually send this down table. Or he could make it interesting and just take care of the 210 right now. To make sure that the 10 ball is no longer a distraction. Some players do that.
He's actually leaving Baseth Mocaibat a bank shot on the 1. But let's see.
Yeah, daring him to take this on. Bank shot on the 1 will offer a long positional shot here for the 2.
Ayan, we have Jericho Banyares nakakapanalo lang against kay
Oh, he's back.
against kay Anton. Tama ba?
Yeah.
Hindi, wait lang, nawawala na ako sa ano.
Anton beat him 2 weeks ago.
Hindi, wait lang. Jericho and Livan kanina.
Yes.
Tama. Hi ka naman sa mga fans mo, idol.
Hi dyan sa mga fans ko. Nakashoot ako kanina. May nakita ko, hindi pumalakpak ka. Ikaw pumalakpak ka. Mamaya.
Ayan daw, magpalakpakan kasi kayo. Hindi naririnig ni Champ.
He just goes up here to tell a joke.
Ay, ito na
Here's
nga.
the 210.
Nakuha na nga yung kanina sa uno. And a 2-10 combination.
Wow,
And
Bassett.
wow, look at this.
Yeah.
5 racks to 1 in favor of Baseth Mocaibat.
Yeah, he's 2 away from arranging a duel with a guy who he just talked to right now, Jericho Banyares.
Yeah.
But again, this is still anybody's game, despite
That's
the
right.
fact that Nicoy Lining is still down here 5-1. I mean, we saw this when the kid, Benok Regalario, was down 2 racks to 6 against Ronnie Alcano. And Ronnie was on the hill breaking, had a scratch on the break, and then the kid just ran out 4 straight racks. And then when Regalario's turn came up to break for the match, he had a dry break, and Ronnie Alcano never gave him a chance.
Yeah.
So
Here we
let's
go.
see. Yeah, let's see. Because the first 3 matches we had in the quarterfinals all went the distance. It all went hill. All the winners were 7-6. Dennis Merculio, of course, beating Ronnie Alcano. Jundal Mason beating Anton Raga. And of course, the guy who just visited us, Jericho Banyares, beating Livan Corteza. Another dry break. So much for these two gentlemen talking about the key to the victories, the break, before they came on.
Parang bira ata yung may pumasok ngayon, no?
Yeah, there are 2 times that they had a successful break, and that was both from Baseth Mocaibat. Now, Nikoy's got all sorts of problems here. He's bridging over the 4. He does have a shot on the 1, though.
And it helps the lefty siya.
Yeah. That's the only advantage in this shot.
Yan, again sa mga nagko-comment down below kung ba't wala sina Bubwit, sina Jeffrey Ignacio. Ito, meron pa rin mga nagtatanong. Yun na nga, nasagot na nga ni
Yuan
Bubwit,
Chua.
no?
Yeah.
Yuan Chua,
Mhm.
na it's because yung kanyang tawag dito,
He was more concerned about his health.
concern sa family niya.
He does have wants to put his health, his safety first
That's right.
before anything. Oh
Oops,
wow,
yun nga, di tinamaan
Nikoy,
yung
that's the
dos.
second time he's missed. His second time he's missed the object ball completely.
So kay Jeffrey Ignacio, I don't know if he's not available. May mga ganun naman din minsan.
Yeah, like
Jeff De Luna is in the
said
States right now.
he wasn't available. Efren Batarea said he wasn't available. And this is by invitation only tournament, so it's pretty hard. You know, you have about 50, 60 pros in the Philippines. And to trim them down to 16, that was a tall order. But
That's right.
Sharks and Bugsy got it done with the help of Origin.
Pero,
Yeah,
on January 23 naman,
you get to see the legend himself.
yes, that's right.
He is
Efren
alive,
Bata Reyes
by
is
the way.
very alive,
He's
of course.
alive.
Yan, the duel between Ronnie Alcano teaming up with Efren Bata Reyes versus Carlo Biado and Django Bustamante.
So Bassett may have an open table right now. I don't see any issues. I'm pretty sure you guys don't see any issues with the table as well. It's just a matter of navigating. Yeah, from the 3 to the 4. Got a bit of a roller here to get to the 5.
And we could be on the hill soon
Yeah.
after this.
I'm just going through his flight path right now. So he does have a roller here for the 4 ball. Actually just decides to even draw it back. So this one he could roll to play it on the side.
Medyo umiling siya, parang di yata niya nagustuhan
Yeah,
yung
because he's
delay
straight.
sa
He's straight.
And the 6th ball does not pass the 10. No?
Doesn't
Looks like it.
Yeah. So he's just
Ayun.
gonna say, "I'll just
And
take
he
it
just
right here."
manufactured an angle right there,
Yeah.
going to the 6.
This guy's good. One of the best kept secrets in Philippine billiards. I mean, he's had a few campaigns abroad. He's been to China. He's been to Japan. But not really the big tournaments in Europe and the United States.
Yeah.
He's gonna put himself on the map very, very soon, especially if he can win the Origin Cup.
Pero yung isang secret weapon talaga si Agent X44. X44.
Michael Feliciano.
Yun.
Yeah, he got 2 guys dedicating their match to him. That was Livan Corteza and Jericho Banyares, dedicating their match to Agent X44. And the guy they call the Kingpin is on the hill.
On the hill, ang bilis, no? So Baseth Mocaibat is now 6 racks to 1 against Antonio Lining. At yan, maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billiards Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V Lugaw ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, and of course, the Hadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Philippines.
And again, stand by after this quarterfinal matchup. We jump straight into the semifinals. Dennis Orculio will be going up against Jundel Mazon. The winner makes it to the final of the first ever Origin Cup. So Baseth Mocaibat is breaking for the match.
Yo, there you
4
go.
ball is
And the
down.
3 ball as well.
And a shot on the
And
one.
open shot on the one.
Wow.
Look at this layout. This is a good layout for Baseth Mocaibat.
Yeah, this could be an extra. Look at Nicoy leaning back now.
Leaning and leaning back.
Yeah. Leaning back on his chair.
That's right.
And it's as if to accept already that the roles have gone the way of Basset. And this will be perhaps the shortest match of the day,
That's right.
or the shortest match of the quarterfinals per se, because Dennis Orculio needed all 13 racks to beat Ronnie Alcano. Same thing with Jundel Mazon, needing all 13 racks to beat Anton Raga. And of course, the match that we just saw before this, Jericho Banyares needing all 13 racks to beat Livan Corteza.
Marami nagsasabi dito na si Baseth Mocaibat daw parang si Jeff Ignacio. Mga parang nga, no?
Yeah.
The way he carries himself. Pero I think the Cobra, Jeffrey Ignacio, is a more faster player, no?
Yeah,
Fast-paced
faster.
player.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the qualities of Basset. Also, he's not a fast player, but he's just very deliberate. Make sure about all of
Making
the
sure
shots.
every shot, no? Well, that's also a good quality, of course.
Not if the shot clock is on, though.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm pretty sure the 7 ball goes past the 10. Just needs to draw this for the 8.
Yeah, and that's another thing Basset needs to adjust when he gets to Europe and the United States. When that shot clock is on, sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 25 seconds. I mean, we're lucky here at Sharks. We have a 45-second shot clock. That's quite generous, actually.
Yeah. There you go. Last 3 balls for Baseth Mocaibat.
Yeah, all business.
Elementary 9 and 10. There we have it.
And he's still
There
going to
you
shoot
go.
this. And Nicoy leaning goes down. So Baseth Mocaibat will advance to the semifinals, making short work of my last man standing.
Yeah, that's right. I still have one,
Yeah.
which is Dennis Orculio.
Yeah, so Nicoy leaning goes down. And it is Baseth Mocaibat advancing to the semifinals via a score of 7 racks to 1 against Antonio Leaning. And he will be facing Jericho Banyares. As you see now, the name of Basset has now been moved. So the semifinals will begin in just a few moments. Our first matchup in the semis, Dennis Orculio taking on Jundel Mazon. Keep it right here for the final
That's
4.
interesting.
Yeah, keep it right here for the final 4 of the Origin Cup.